So last but not least, I have a former drill instructor. It's not a sergeant, right?
So my name is Dylan Hernandez, and I've been with Elite Builders for just a couple weeks. And it's one of those things that for me, with a military background, obviously, like, you are very analytic, you're very strategic, and you make sure that whenever you're doing an action because in the military, you learn that every action has, consequences or benefits to it. And so you want to make sure you make the right action the first time. And so for me, it took a lot of analyzing and kind of seeing, what was there, behind the action that I was looking to make. And, with all the kind of like what Austin was saying with the tactical and strategic, implementation of things that will actually grow your business. That was one thing that for me, it made it a no-brainer, because it's not, there's a lot of brokerages out there that, and I'm a firm believer that there's, it depends on the person and stuff like that. But I also believe that there's a lot of people that are out there that are getting, just mindset and things that, it's very surface level, and it's not really going into into the details and into the weeds of what's actually going to grow your business and what's actually going to help you past expectations and what you thought you could do beforehand. And that's one thing that I've noticed since being on the team, just in 2 weeks, like the onboarding process, the materials that are afforded to you, the role play groups, things that, just other places don't, offer. Like it's value. That is where I think a lot of people have it wrong, whether it's, other brokerages, other teams, stuff like that. It's how much can I get from them? Whereas here, it's how much can we give in order to make you successful. And I think that's one thing that's very unique when it comes to the eXp model, but especially with the Elite Builders, is they've found all the strategic nuances that you can implement in your business that will immediately help you grow. I mean, we've got someone that's on the team that's been an agent, not even just on the team, but an agent for a week with Stephanie. And she's already, making calls and getting, getting appointments, like, to me, that just blew my mind, and so, like, those are the things that I think is amazing. But and one thing that I thoroughly enjoy with Texas Elite Builders. And so for those, and as far as if you want to get in touch with me, you can find me on Instagram at _Dylan Hernandez. Dylan Hernandez. There's a lot of Dylan Hernandezes out there, but you'll find mine's _Dylan Hernandez.
So you said something about what Elite Builders gives, and why is that though? Why does the model work the way it does, and why are our mentors and the agents, within Elite Builders so giving? Obviously, there's got to be something to receive within that.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's the beauty of the model, right? And so, like, once you actually like dig deep into what the model is, and you see that there's a monetary gain or upside, when you're helping those that partner with you, certainly. And people see that as negative, but when you look at YouTube, all it is a platform. Same with eXp, it's a platform that when you partner with YouTube and you bring attention through your videos, through the value you're bringing, they monetarily reward you. That's not, I mean, at that point, like, do people think that people that are making money on YouTube, that's a bad thing? No. And so I think that's the beauty of the eXp model, is that it incentivizes you, that not only for you to help other agents, or for, to help bring other agents, but also to ensure that you're providing value, because if you don't, those agents aren't going to stay.
Right.
And I think that's why, you see eXp being the fastest growing brokerage, around, with growing to 90,000 agents here in this past year, because people are partnering with the right agents at eXp that are bringing value to them, and they stay for the value. Because that's why you see, in other brokerages or other teams, people go on a team, and what ends up happening?
Yeah, I mean, you have high performers that truly just outgrow the model.
Exactly, they outgrow.
They have to find a way out.
So I love that both of you bring up these things, because I've been with our mentor, Aaron, and when you first met Aaron, I would be his carbon copy of who he was then. He was teaching prospecting schools. He was teaching sales skills, scripts. If you look at him now, he's a completely different person. He has added all these tools and just completely leveled up to where, that's kind of like the first ring. And I see that happening with all of you. You know, you've only been doing this like 4 months, and I see you training Stephanie as if you're a coach, like for years.
Right. And I think that's what I want everybody to see, even yourself. You have every opportunity to create an organization like Jessica has, like Aaron has, like Jose has. And there's no like hierarchy within it. It's just tenure. You know, and with tenure comes experience and, of course, you know, the ability to impact others. And if you take that model and are strategic and intentional about it, I mean, you can create just something beautiful, honestly. It's something very fruitful towards your career and towards the career of other people.